Hi, welcome back. This is Kevin from Wordbot, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about link building and how Wordbot can help you do that using Quora answers. Now, if you're not familiar with Quora, it's a question and answering website that people use to, like I just said, answer questions other people have or get questions that they have answered on various different topics. But the great thing about Quora and what people do is they try and use it to build links back to the content or website that they want to promote. But you also must, provide some great input into the questions people are asking. So using Wordbot, we built in a template to where you can kind of structure your question to aid you in the ability to give people better output or insight into what you're going to answer for them. Now, if you haven't been in our tool, like I said, we always make updates to a lot of these. The core answers and the paragraph generator are two that we've just updated recently within this week. So I'm going to go ahead and click through here. And as you can see, there's going to be some information we need to put in here. But when you're doing link building, you're probably going to have some keywords or some type of audience that you're going to want to cater to. So we're going to go to Quora.com if you've never been there. And what this is like it's kind of comparable to like a Yahoo Answers or maybe even Reddit. You can kind of compare it to that. People ask questions, talk about different topics, but Quora is pretty big on that question and answering forum type site. So what you want to do is up at the top here, you're going to see a search Quora. And what this can be, what you want to do is kind of take some keywords or maybe some topics that you're writing about, and you want to go ahead and put in like some keywords there that you want to find questions people are asking to maybe link back to content that you're writing about. So I'm pretty big into tech. So I know a little bit about Amazon and, some of the different features that they have. So I'm going to put in, I actually had a little notepad here. So I'm going to put in Amazon EC2. And I want to search for anyone asking questions about Amazon EC2. So on the left here, you got some questions. You can, filter by type, people within the last time, hour, day. This can be very useful because, like, let's say someone asked a question within the last hour, and you could be the first one to answer the question. Your link or comment could be closer to the top for people to see. So I'm going to go maybe like past week here, see what we get. So, okay, it looks like we have someone 18 hours ago that had, how do I access my EC2 instance from a local machine? So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. So we do see that there's been, let's see if there's any answers to this. So there's been one answer. Now, if you see an answer, don't get discouraged because there's possibly more than one way to do something. So, being that there's only one answer, gives you a good shot to get your link up there or give your input on another way they can do this. So this person gave a pretty decent listicle on things to do on how to access your EC2 instance. So, not really need to go too much detail on what an instance is. It's basically just a server that sits in the cloud. So what you can do is you can actually take this answer and copy it. And what we can do is, so I actually have put it in a notepad like this. Let me copy that again. And what I did was I restructured it into like a question. So this could be even like a title of your blog article or some sort. So how to access an EC2 instance from a local machine in the Amazon EC2 console. So they put how do I, but we're going to put it more so like a how to. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to go back to Wordbot. And I'm going to put the question in here. So now we got our question in there. We got our topic. So our topic to include in the answer. So, this could be, maybe something from your answer that you want into the answer that gets generated by AI. I'm going to put like, maybe desktop or command prompt. It could be like a keyword or some sort. And then what this is how many answers you want generated. Another little tip if you're low on usage or keywords in Wordbot for the month, go with one word or one answer at a time, because sometimes the first answer might be the better one. So instead of doing three could chew up some of your keyword, or not keyword, but word count for the month. And that's just a way to kind of keep it down. So I'm going to go ahead and do one. The tone, depending on what the question and answer is, it could be, you want to kind of make it to where you're engaging. You don't want to sound like a robot. So what this does is it kind of changes the tone a little bit on how you answer things. So it kind of helps you write a little more human-like, I guess you could say, in a sense. So I'm going to go ahead and make this informative, because I'm kind of answering a question on how someone needs to access data, basically in Amazon. So I want to give them some good steps here. Again, our language, we're going to keep it English and hit generate answers. All right, and here you have it. So this says, in order to access an EC2 instance from your local machine, you need to create an access key and a secret key. You can generate these keys using the AWS Management Console. After you create the keys, you need to configure the instance to connect to your local machine using the access key and secret key. So basically what this is this allows you to, and this is saying from your local machine. So basically Amazon has a way that you can tap in using an API key, and you can then, send commands and things like that. So we won't get too much into that. But basically, that's a good answer. And now what you can do is, you don't want to kind of just go ahead and willy-nilly paste that in. And you want to kind of, make it your own. Maybe you have a link, or, say, let's go back to this question here. And maybe we know the person, I'm not sure. They don't have a name in here. But maybe the person was in here. But so if there was a name or a user, maybe you can, basically take it and customize it a little better to make it sound like, hey, in order to access an EC2 instance from your local machine, I would recommend you create an access key and secret key in your Amazon account. You can generate these keys. You can generate these keys using the AWS Management Console. Let's take this part out, because we already basically said that. After you create your keys, you need to configure the instance. So we're going to put, you need to configure your local. Oh yeah, we can put, we can leave it as that. Configure your instance to connect to your local machine using the access key and secret key. Now we can add more to this, maybe some specific commands or something. So the commands you will need can also be found in an article that I wrote here. And then you can put www.example.com/EC2 instance. So now we just generated this whole question. Now, the great thing about this is AI gave you like a good start. Okay, pulled in some data, pulled in some information, gave you a good start. You added your own little flair to it. You threw your link in there. You go in there and you paste that in. You got your backlink. Now, this is just, a great way to not have to think about the entire question, get some of your own wording in there, get some of those questions answered, build some great backlinks. Now, if you haven't signed up, I would highly recommend you, check out Wordbot for some of our other tools. Say you want to go ahead and take this as well and build an article. We have things for that, so you can then link back to that article in Quora. Just a lot of great things you can do here. Again, this was about Quora Answers, so, check out our YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time.